A chief fire officer has called for a review into the use of Chinese lanterns after one started a huge blaze which has caused £6 million of damage and injured 11 firefighters.
About 100,000 tonnes of material is burning at the recycling plant near Birmingham in what's been described as one of the largest ever fires in the West Midlands.
At its height, the blaze sent a plume of smoke 6,000 feet into the sky, which could be seen for miles around. We can go live now to our reporter Callum Watkinson, who's at the scene.
Well, this blaze is down, but certainly not out. Hundreds of firefighters have spent all day and all of last night tackling it, 2 full shifts of them, and the third shift is about to come on. 13 of them have actually been injured in the battle against this blaze, which has now lasted for more than 18 hours. 300 square metres of recycled plastic goes up in flames, sending a plume of smoke 6,000 feet in the air, and residents in Smethwick running from their homes.
11 o'clock, I heard a bang, and then I came out and I seen all these people here, about 200, and I saw this blaze.
All I seen was black smoke all around, and everybody was literally out their house. And after I come, when I was checking the scene out myself, and I can just see flames, all I can see is black smoke everywhere.
My husband shouted to me, said there's a fire and he's seen all the smoke and that. And of course I looked out the bedroom window, the street was just completely black.
Leicester-based J-Plas owns the site. It's the largest recycler in the UK. Hundreds of firefighters raced to the scene, their battle to control the blaze captured by security cameras and their own photographers. By morning, the flames burned still, with firefighters from Staffordshire and Worcestershire drafted in to help. No need to turn on the TV for the news. For miles around, a simple glance out the window was enough. 100,000 tonnes of baled plastic, dozens of fire engines and hundreds of firefighters. This is the largest fire West Midlands Fire Service has ever dealt with, but it was started by the smallest of sparks.
My forensics people have confirmed that the fire was caused by a Chinese lantern.
And how do you know that?
We've been looking at the CCTV images from the area. We've observed the Chinese lantern landing on one of the stacks. We're always wary that the moment we say you shouldn't be doing these things, people think we're party poopers, but that is a real mess, and that was caused by a Chinese lantern.
Released no doubt by someone at a party, but warnings today that some lanterns are safer than others.
From the research that's been conducted so far, there is a massive difference in quality. Unfortunately, I suspect that the market has been saturated with cheaper versions, which are obviously, in times of economic straits, are probably more popular with partygoers, but more dangerous.
But with hundreds of depots like this around the country, how long will it be before this happens again? Callum Watkinson, ITV News, Smethwick. Now, it was a Chinese lantern that caused this particular blaze, but the nature of these recycling depots does mean they are particularly susceptible to fire risk. Just 2 weeks ago, we brought you the story of a depot in Kidderminster. That's still burning, and Hereford and Worcester Fire Services today released the figure that it's cost them to keep an eye on that blaze. It's burnt a £70,000 hole in their budget. Well, you just saw Vij Randanaya, the Chief Fire Officer here in the West Midlands, in my report there. He joins me now. Vij, thanks for joining us. We're constantly being told to recycle, and we need places like this for that, but they're an increasing problem for you guys.
That's absolutely right. I mean, this is the 15th one that we've had this year. We had a very large one a couple of months ago. That took 3 days to put out. We accept that recycling is an important part of our environmental policies as a society, but it has to be done in a safe and controlled manner, and the number of fires that we are getting cause us some concern.
Now, I mean, 15 this year, that's an awful lot. Is there anything about the way these places are run or regulated that could be improved?
Well, clearly there are obviously a large number of fires taking place, so something needs to be done to stop A, the fire starting in the first place, and B, the rapid spread. There are drencher systems, sprinkler systems. You can actually sort of compartment them and segregate the stacks in the area. So there is some sort of housekeeping and some mechanical means that can be done. We do think something should be done.
Now, Chinese lanterns, the government recently paid £25,000 for a report that concluded they're a danger from everyone from search and rescue workers to farmers. I suppose as a firefighter, ideally you'd like to see them banned?
Well, I think we've got a report which gives a good opportunity to have a sensible conversation. You know, people set fire to things, they let them off in an uncontrolled, uncoordinated manner, and you get a £6 million fire involving 90,000 square metres of plastic. I think, you know, let's have a discussion, let's see about making this a much safer thing.
OK, Vij, thanks very much indeed for joining us. Well, as I said, the blaze is still going, but it's definitely under control here. There's still a strong smell of smoke in the air, but nothing like that thick smoke that we saw here this morning. And I suppose the good news from today is that given the size of this fire, someone might have been killed or hurt, and that hasn't happened, largely thanks to the efforts of these guys behind me.
Yes, Callum, Watkinson, thank you very much. They're doing a great job as always.